What's up, Mercs? It's John here, and today we are starting a Let's Play of S.T.A.L.K.E.R Clear Sky with the Complete mod. We are also using the Realistic Weapon add-on for Complete, and I just want to quickly say I've never fully gotten through the vanilla Clear Sky story, so halfway through this Let's Play, it will be blind. Let's go ahead and start a new game, and of course, we'll be playing on Master, because that's the only difficulty to play this on. So I'm really excited to actually get through the vanilla story. I've never fully gotten through, I always got halfway through and stopped, so I'm excited to see, well, how it actually turns out. And here's my opportunity.
In actual fact, we have nothing to worry about. According to our research, the next emission will not occur for at least 2 months, 4 days, and 7 hours. Its intensity will be 3 on the Bergman scale, which is 2.13.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly, although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Alright, let's try and find out what happened to me.
You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling?
My head's splitting, and spinning too. Basically, I'm in real good shape.
Do you remember what happened to you?
I remember leading an expedition through the swamps, bunch of scientists, then the emission, that's it. Where am I? Is this heaven? Then why does it look like Zone? Like the Zone, of course.
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves Clear Sky, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission.
I guess I got lucky.
Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
Alright. I don't know why he's looking so much into it. I just got really lucky. Hey, at least I'm alive, you know? Don't look so much into it. Alright. So, here we are. Stuck. In bed. Because they chained us to the wall. No, they didn't. Alright, let's see. Anything in there? Nope. Let's go talk to the barman and see what this place is about. So, Clear Sky. Do I have anything? I have an AK-74, a sleeping bag, and a leather jacket. A leather jacket, yes. That's from high school. Alright. Barman is down here. I don't want to break my legs or anything. There we go. What's up, barman? How you doing today?
Hello, Mark. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures, because I'm just dying of curiosity.
There's not much to tell. I was leading a group of scientists through the swamps when an emission hit. I remember nothing after that. I regained consciousness here, so now you tell me what happened.
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission. The biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause.
How did you get here?
I was collecting bottles one after another and they led me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. He didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear-Sky. The guys here are alright, and I need it here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cold around here.
Okay, so about this place. Where are we anyway?
In our base. As you can see, it's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back, or let you bleed to death to save a med kit.
Okay, I've never heard of Clear-Sky, so how does it work here?
You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it, and the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev. Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray. He can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that. And finally we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off or screw you.
Call.
He knows what
Leave the mark
stalkers
alone
go
with
through
your
to
dirty
get their
jokes.
loot, and
I
he
need to
respects
see
that.
ya.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up for a discussion. Go on, I'll catch you later.
Can I draw my weapon here? I don't think I can. Well, no. I was curious to see, is it loaded? I wouldn't doubt it, yeah. Probably with just 30. Alright, well, first things first, I need some more ammo. Some ammo, because, you know, 30 isn't going to be enough. Is he on the top floor? No, he's on the bottom floor. Sorry, Lebedev, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm going to call you Lebby Lebs.
Got
Hello.
some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear-Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history.
Well, then why are you hiding here?
As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago.
Alright, well, what was so odd about it? We've always had emissions.
No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it.
Well, trust me, if I knew how I survived, I'd tell you in a second, but I really don't remember anything.
I see. How can I help you?
Well, I better leave. I'm pretty beat up, but I can still walk and hold a gun. How do I get out of here?
Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long.
So what, are you just gonna keep me here forever or something?
We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground. But you, one look at you, tells me you're a pro at that sort of thing.
This is the second outpost.
Your experience can save the lives of many of my... That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in the zone?
Of course I do! I remember bits and pieces.
Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that...
Alright, yes. So, yeah, we're not gonna listen to all the dialogue, don't worry. Just because I've never completely beaten the vanilla story doesn't mean I need to listen to all the, you know, okay, goodbye, have a nice day, you know, that shit. Pleasantries. What's up?
Here, take this basic
very
equipment kit. It's designed specifically for patrol missions.
Is always this stressful?
I've been ordered to issue you some equipment.
Alright.
Talk later.
Nothing?
You're
Alright. Yep. So, I mean, the dialogue is great and all. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just that, like I said, we don't need to do a bunch
Stalker,
of,
what do you want?
we don't listen to all of it, is what I'm trying to say. I'm ready. Because, I mean, we guys played S.T.A.L.K.E.R before. Come on, what is this, my 5th or 6th S.T.A.L.K.E.R playthrough? We played it. Alright, so I don't have my key bindings correctly set up, and I'm going to do that later, so... Let me just see here. Grab this.
until you've thrown a bolt in front of you.
And make sure everything is loaded. Okay, everything seems to be loaded. Let us go. Make sure we don't get hit by an anomaly. And here we are. So I'm curious to see how...
You can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies.
Do I have a detector?
You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Alright. So I don't know how the realistic gun add-on for complete works exactly, so I'm not sure...
The monsters can't get you there.
Okay, I'm going. Oh god. I don't need that. I don't need a tower. I'm not sure how, I don't know, deadly the guns are because of... Oh my god! Okay, maybe I should get on the tower. I don't have any medkits, do I? Actually, I might. I don't know. He might have given me something. Did he? Yeah, he did. I don't think there's hotkeys set up for it, though. Alright.
Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now.
I'm coming up for cover! Let me up! I don't think there's any cover up here. Where's the guy who was up here? Oh. Oh, loot, loot, loot! Alright, let's get... Well, I don't think I can get out of this one. Man, I just got a knack for surviving these things. Holy shit. I am the top of the line badass. Surviving 2 missions already? Dude, I can take on the world! Or at least the whole zone. What happened, Levy?
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point where our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait, don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die.
Okay, so I can't just jump into emissions, but I can withstand a few. But I'm a fucking superhero. I mean, come on. Why are emissions occurring this often?
A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, the increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the Brain Scorcher.
Someone got past the Brain Scorcher? What risk do these pose?
It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the Mechanolith, others say the Wish-Granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the Brain Scorcher.
Is there any way past it?
I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process.
Alright, well what's the danger of these frequent emissions?
I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on something.
Fuck
A
you.
system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what S.T.A.L.K.E.R is doing. We're trying to prevent that disaster.
Prevent the disaster? You're not even strong to fight off the bandits. Come on, man. Faction Wars had you all wrong. You guys are a bunch of pacifists, and you don't do anything about them. Or you can't do anything about them because you're too weak. I'm sorry, but it's true.
You're right. But we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions. And that means something.
Lots of confidence you got there. So, what's the plan?
We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price.
Why are you telling me this, of all people? Do you want me to do this? Do I get paid? Money's good.
There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly.
Not sure I want to jump right into this, but why do I have to take part?
I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice.
Well, it looks like my options are limited. Plus, I want to keep my superhero powers, so I guess.
Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us?
No. Yes.
Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead.
How do we get to Cordon?
Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you
Alright, so kill the bandits. I don't need to listen to the rest of that. He wants me to help him kill all the bandits. Wait a minute, reaching the Great Swamps is easy. Our guides will lead you out. But if you want to actually survive there, you need to learn the current tactical situation, your PDA's new features. So if you're curious about any of that, just ask. What can you offer me? The loot you'll find in the black backpack under the boulders is now yours. Let's consider this transaction settled. How much is that going to set me back? 200? Damn, sure, dude. That's not that bad. Oh, cool. Where is that? Is that nearby, I wonder? Somewhere under a boulder. Oh, they're purple in this. Oh, look at that. Alright, so, Clear Sky is the game I have the least amount of experience with, so forgive me. But it's also the one I've been the most curious about. I actually did a review on Clear Sky a while ago, not having beat the game. Yes, a review. This is before I actually started Let's Playing. This is like in 2010. It was ridiculous. Or sometime around then. I don't really remember when.
Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands. What come you with? A bursting purse? Or prized exotic wonders?
Neither. I lost all my shit because I almost died.
Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, so long as the zone is kind to you. So, you gonna trade, or you got some questions for me?
Yeah, you know the swamps, in a hush-hush joint like this one, there's a place for a trader. What do you know?
That's the sort of
Oh my
people we
God.
are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere. Even in the zone, even in the swamps, and even underground. It's an illusion that the zone is under lock and key, and the army has all the ways in and out sealed. Think about it. Nowadays, artifacts and rare specimens from the zone can be found all over the world. And your fellow stalkers never have a shortage of canned meat, vodka, ammo, or equipment.
So true.
Somebody's got to be responsible for all that, right? Well, that's where we come in. In this place, it ain't like selling bootleg CDs on the outside with the cops up your ass every damn day. Around here, the situation is very simple. The outside world has an interest in the zone and vice versa. But it's officially forbidden, prohibited, and all that bullshit. That's what we're here for. We make sure all those interests are satisfied and everybody's happy. There's a joke among traders that if someone points a gun at you, your best bet is to try to buy it off them.
Wow, I actually never knew that about traders. That's actually really, really nice lore to know. I see, except it seems to me that your business isn't doing too well. That's not very nice.
Let's not talk about it. You have no idea how tired I am of peddling these trinkets. There's a ton of ordinary artifacts out there, but the best tidbits pass this place by. I haven't had a unique item in my store for ages.
Why the limited selection?
Who knows? Maybe stalkers have already found everything.
Oh, you yelled it at him, I'm sorry.
Man, getting behind the Scorcher would be a dream. I heard you can get enough artifacts there to last you a lifetime. Provided your life doesn't end there and then. It's about time us traders joined forces and used our connections to find a way of getting past that thing.
You're not the only one looking in that direction.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen.
Alright, you got something for me? We got a flash drive with data on super light Kevlar body armor. I don't know what that's for. And we have 10 slug rounds. Oh, we didn't lose we lost our gun. No, we didn't. What the hell? Why do you say that then? Whatever. So we are completely out of money. I spent all my money on that thing. So what does this do? You know, one thing I do remember though, isn't this the guy who makes armor and shit and repairs your gear and all that? You got any work for me? There is something. I've been looking for diagrams of some upgrades for a while. If you come across them, or any, keep them and bring them to me. Here's a list. Well, there's Jack. Okay. How's it going?
There's hardly any equipment. It's like life after a nuclear war. If we do get a hold of something, it's about to fail anyway, and there ain't shit around to use for spare parts. That's why I'm having to adapt whatever I find and use it as best I can. Only last week I needed to make a radio receiver. What do you think I used for parts? That's right, a goddamn fridge. I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry.
This ain't no walk in the park.
Yeah, there ain't much to get excited about around here. Not like the garbage. I heard they dug up old Soviet caches. After the accident at the Chernobyl NPP, they sent convoys there with contaminated vehicles and equipment and all sorts of other crap. They thought it was all waste because it was radioactive. That was then. Nowadays, nobody would even call that radiation. So there's a real gold rush going on there. Stalkers are flocking over there from all over the zone to dig for loot. It's a pity not much of it filters through down here, unless Lebedev sent the boys to pick up specific components.
Well, how are things going for you personally?
Nothing special. I repair and upgrade weapons and suits. Basically,
Alright,
I do
yeah.
whatever needs
I found some information for you. We got 1,000 for that. Yep, so this guy can upgrade our gear and stuff like that. In fact, we can grab all the upgrades for our shotgun. Right off the bat. It's a very, very basic shotgun. And we can also grab some pistol upgrades. However, I don't like the pistol. I don't even like the shotgun, honestly. We're probably going to get rid of it ASAP. So, what is this? So, find the upgrade, barrel attachment. Okay, that's just the, find the upgrade. And let's go to the Great Swamps. Or the swamps.
What you need, Stock?
Let's go. Yeah. Blindfold me. Take me wherever you need me.
So you can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing
What is
hamlet.
that? Mutant. Okay. Renegades. Okay, so renegades, mutants are a lighter color. Someone's fighting.
Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet.
Oh my god, I'm almost
That's where
dying.
they are.
Alright, screw it. I'm already almost dead.
We can't hold on much longer!
Alright. I made a mistake. I tried to run through the water. Didn't realize it was that radioactive. Let's try that again, except this time let's not run through the fucking radioactive water. The radioactive water. There we go. Alright, so here's a dead body. Nothing really. Who's under attack? The fishing hamlet? Gotcha. Oh god. Back off. Whoa! Ah!
We can't hold on much longer! Hurry, help us!
I will as soon as I get these fuckers. Oh god, come on, reload! Okay.
Now we'll teach them a lesson. Where on
Still have my hotkeys set up, obviously, but... oh, shit. Once I have those hotkeys set up, I can click my F keys to heal myself. Let's hurry up and help these guys out. I might want to switch to the AK-74 real quick here. Let's do it. Quick save.
help us!
We're here. Oh, I'm here. God, don't get stuck in the swamp there. Okay, I gotta figure out who's the enemy and who's not.
Fine defensive action.
Where's the... Oh, shit. They're all... Oh, they're losing everything right now, I think. So is there a take-all key or something? It's weird. It's weird. There's no take-all. Like, it's usually shift to take all, but I can't take all. Well, that's a bit odd. So, renegades are glorified bandits, basically. Okay. Let's go ahead and... What are we doing here? Clear? Okay. We just had to clear the renegade presence here. Oh, and this is renegade owned. Oh my god. It's a renegade boar! There we go. I wonder, do they drop like hooves? Maybe they do, I don't know. Hey! There you go. Oh! So, I'm already noticing the realistic weapons. Basically, a few shots can kill someone if you hit them in lethal areas. Now, it might look like it makes the game easier However, remember, this also goes to me. If I get shot in a lethal area, I will most likely die. If I get shot in the head, it'll probably one-shot kill. Which is the great thing. People, whenever you use a realistic weapon mod, a lot of times people say, oh, it looks so much easier, and you kill them faster. Yeah, you do kill them faster. But what people forget to think about is that you're not killing them faster only. They're also destroying you, like, with one bullet. So it's harder, you know, both ways. I mean, the AI is not as smart as a player, so obviously I do a little bit better, but they outnumber me, so that's just my argument when people say, oh, realistic weapon mods that, you know, allow killing in a few shots make it too easy. It's like, well, not really. Not really at all. It's a trade-off. It's, you know, realistic. Alright, so... Oh, and the realistic weapon mod, by the way, it doesn't just make... Oh, it's X to... Okay, there we go. Oh, it's the sprint button. Because I didn't... It's not shift because I didn't rebind my keys yet, that's why. But that's not the only thing the realistic weapon mod does. It also changes the way bullets drop, depending on the gun, and the velocity of the bullets, like the RPM of the bullets and all that stuff. Or the RPMs of the guns and how fast they travel, like the velocity, all that fun stuff. It's a bunch of numbers and shit that it changes. I don't know, personally. But it's cool, and it adds, you know, more difficulty, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end today's journey into the zone here. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.